Hey everyone, it's part 9 of Lord Naruto. Had a Zanpakuto, the Benihime edition. I'm tired. I got around to this late. I was busy working on some stuff, but I'm here. I do want to round up the the week of the what if Monday and not be behind on anything. So if I seem a little low energy, it's mostly because I'm still recovering from a cold. Hence, I'm coughing every now and then. And B, it is a little late, so I'm keeping my voice down, my energy a little bit more reserved. But we last left Naruto off, and he had brought Sasuke back. Not only had he brought Sasuke back, but the fact that he beat his ass so pretty soundly kind of was able to snap Sasuke back to reality. My argument is the curse mark we know is influencing him a bit. And the fact is, he won. Well, technically, he won their fight. If Naruto had gone for a more lethal hit in their final clash, Naruto may very well won that fight. But the fact is, he won that fight. Technically, he was able to get up and keep walking, and therefore he was able. He thought his way was the right way. Here, Naruto beat his ass and brought him home. So he was proven wrong, and it was kind of like a snap back to reality a little bit. And so, excuse me. And so Jiraiya basically said, "Good job." Everyone told him, "Good job." Sakura gave him a hug. Great, woo. But now Jiraiya says, "Okay, we're going to be heading out of the village for about 3 years because that's how much time it's going to take for the Akatsuki to be ready, and by then we're going to be ready." Side note: Naruto was not ready for the Akatsuki when he got back. You know, here's the real, and I think that's the real thing about the Jiraiya training that pisses everyone else off. Yeah, Dry could have been focusing more. Someone argued in my top 10 dumbest decisions, moments, whatever, in Naruto Shippuden, that Kakashi invented his Shadow Clone training. Jiraiya didn't know about it, but let's be honest here. Jiraiya could do it. Naruto still had all that chakra. It is very possible that he could have taught or figured it out along the way. Regardless, I think what pisses people off is that he was trying to prepare him for the Akatsuki. But when you really break it down, let's hypothetically say for a moment that whole statistic of there was only maybe 20 ninja in the village that could beat Naruto is true. Guess what? Most of the Akatsuki is far above those 20 ninja, save for like your named ones like Azuma, even Kurenai and Azuma probably would have got clapped by most of the Akatsuki, to be honest. But your Kakashis, your guys, your Hokages, beyond that, yeah, I mean, Naruto was not equipped to handle the Akatsuki until he really started getting into elemental training. Because if you think of Naruto as he started there, Jiraiya even said, yeah, probably shouldn't be once they got back, he shouldn't be tapping really into the Nine Tails chakra too much. If he starts tapping into it too much, he might lose control. Here, suppress the seal, even though that was one of the big focuses you had there. So what did you really do? You improved his tactics, his taijutsu, and he can make a really big Rasengan. That's it. And against the Akatsuki, that shit ain't gonna fly. Look at Datara. Datara was a perfect example of one of the Akatsuki. Yeah, even Sasori. Both those guys, if it wasn't for Kakashi or the fact that Naruto didn't fight Sasori, would have taken Naruto. There's no way on God's green earth he was going to beat Kasami or Itachi at all. Could not beat Kakuzu as he was. Hidan maybe, but Hidan was able to beat a fully transformed Madara, Two Tails, who arguably would have been stronger than the four-tailed Naruto at that point, arguably. So yeah, except for maybe Conan or Hidan, there's no one the Akatsuki that Naruto could have beaten at that time. So yeah, I think that's what really I think when you break down why people get pissed off with Jiraiya is wasting Naruto's time, it's less that he wasted Naruto's time. He did still teach him some effective stuff. It's more that he wasted his time in terms of what his goal for Naruto was. He did not prepare him effectively for the Akatsuki. Naruto had to keep training for that. I digress, though. So Naruto's taking some time because they're going to leave in a couple days. And the word starts to spread that Naruto's going to be leaving for a long time, about 3 years. And so, on the final day, when he's about to leave, he goes to the village gate and he sees pretty much in the entirety of class of the Rookie 9, or what was it, Rookie 9 at that point? Excuse me. That was down the wrong pipe. No, it's the Konoha 12. Not Rookie 12, but Konoha 9, but Rookie 12, because Neji, Team Guy's there too. And everyone's there, including Hinata. And why is Hinata there? That's because Neji's there. And why is Neji there? Well, they were on a mission together. Naruto was able to snap him back to. Actually, no. Was it Naruto? Yes, Naruto. He fought him. Yeah, that's right. I had to remember all the way back. So Naruto helped out and basically saved his ass against Kitamaro because we know what would have happened otherwise. And Neji didn't want to like stress the issue and find out. So because originally him and Hinata were training while Naruto was leaving. Here, no, Hinata's there too. Not that anything's really going to happen at this moment. I'm just letting you know that Hinata's there. But you have Team 7. You have honestly, I could even see Gaara and his siblings there because they didn't leave Konoha yet. They had to escort them back to the village. So maybe they were still there. Everyone's there. Everyone's bidding their farewell. The ones you would consider him rivals, Kiba, Gaara, Neji, Rock Lee, they would all be like, I swear, I promise, I will be getting stronger for our next meeting, Naruto. You better, because I'm going to kick all your butts. And you can see Hinata briefly. He's like, hey, promise you're going to get stronger too, all right, Hinata? He just holds out his fist, and she's blushing madly, but she does do the fist bumps. Like, I touched his hand. And so she promises to get stronger too. And so he goes off for his 3-year time skip. Fast forward 3 years. Now, I'm not going to really go into what he learned overly. I will summarize some of what he's learned. Not to be fair, you can probably guess, yes, he has Bankai at this point. Why? Because just that the 3-year time skip is a perfect time for him if he has not obtained Bankai to obtain Bankai for most of the Zanpakuto on this series. Benihime is a really good example of one that's a perfect time for him to get it. I can think of a couple where it might not be advantageous for him to, not advantageous. It might be more difficult for him to get the Bankai over the next 3 years. And I can think of one where it's actually probably more advantageous story-wise for cool effect for him to get it later on past the 3-year time skip. But yeah, he's going to get Bankai. He's going to learn as much about sealing as possible from Jiraiya. He's also going to learn his elemental affinity for wind and channel that into his fighting style if he can. Enhancing his taijutsu, enhancing all his basics. So yeah, and obviously learning the Rasengan and probably even learning the Rasen Shuriken at this point. Now, would he get Sage Mode? That I don't think so. This is one of those scenarios where I don't think, like for instance, Benihime really, if she knows of Sage Mode, she only knows it in passing and probably doesn't even know it for Toad Sage Mode. She might know like what the first Hokage used, that like natural Sage Mode. I don't know. But yeah, Naruto would show back up. He's grown taller. His hair's grown out a bit more. A little bit more like Kisuke's, but also a bit more wild like his father's. And he's still got the bucket hat on. So basically, he's like a miniature Kisuke at this point. But he smiles like, hello, Kono, I'm back. And Jiraiya's just like, he sees Sakura down there. Naruto? Hey, Sakura! And then, sees her. He's like, oh man, you're looking, wow. You've grown up. You've really grown up. I was like, have I really? I didn't think about it that much. What do you think? Do you think I look more womanly? And just Naruto says it. He still is. Like, you say whatever you want, Sakura. You'll always be the same to me. He's like, you idiot. Although, to be fair, Naruto's not saying it in a mean way. He didn't even mean it in a mean way in the original. It's just, he's kind of an idiot when it comes to that kind of stuff. And to which all of a sudden he hears about say, it's not really nice to say something about that to a woman who's looking to catch the eyes of the fellas, or catch the eyes of some guys. To which there's Sasuke there, standing there with a Jonin flak jacket. Neji would both have been Jonin at this point. It's like Sasuke. It's like he's Sasuke, and they kind of look at each other, and they look at each other with that kind of like you. But then they just give the whole handshake. It's like, good to see you. I'm glad to see they let you out. Yeah, it was about a week after you left. We had a talk talking about it. We were talking about. We came to an understanding, and I've been working on making sure that I'll kick your ass next time we meet. Well, you better not be leaving the village again, or that message is going to come sooner than you think. Is that a fact? And it's like, maybe. It's like, hey, come on, guys. Knock it off. We just met. Yeah, what? I'm just saying hello. Then obviously Konohamaru shows up, shows us sexy jutsu. Naruto's like, you got to focus on other jutsus beyond that. Now, behold, my new incredible little sexy jutsu, to which Sakura attacks. And all that's pretty much the same. They go, they meet Tsunade. They then also see Kakashi. They do have some sort of training test. I'm not going to go into it. It's just, there's no reason at this point to go into the bell test. I've got what ifs that have gone on too long because I did a whole episode just to the bell test. But one of the things that Naruto didn't bring up is like I've been studying the curse mark, and I think I may have figured out a way to remove it from Sasuke. To which Sasuke is actually everyone's surprised about this, and Jiraiya is just like, yeah, it's not going to be easy. In fact, it's actually going to be might be quite near impossible, but we may have figured something out. It's going to take a little bit more work and theory and research on this, but when we get to, we'll let you know when we're ready to try to remove it, assuming you're down for it. And Sasuke kind of rubs the back of his neck. It's probably activated once or twice within the span of the 3 years, but ultimately he's been able to keep it in check. And even he realizes that this thing, while giving me some extra power, is not actually helping me out. And I keep hearing that damn snake's voice in my head. And so, Naruto is, think words here. Naruto, and I just realized that it's been a while since, I don't think I killed, Sarutobi in this, or, Orochimaru in this one. Did I? You'll have to give me a second. I'm actually legitimately trying to think. Let me know if I killed Orochimaru in this. I don't think I did. In fact, now no, because the three-way deadlock still happened. I'm almost positive this still happened. Yeah, still happened. Okay, Orochimaru's not dead. It's been a while since actually I have my book here. Why don't I just read my notes? Or at least the notes I had up until then. I have kind of been going old school, not writing things down, just going off of what I know I want to happen. Let's see, Naruto fight. Orochimaru on back foot, can't summon him. Yeah, okay. Orochimaru's still alive. Okay, I just have to be sure. I'm like, oh crap. Anyway, they get the word that Gaara's been kidnapped. So Team 7 is tasked with going out and finding Gaara and rescuing Gaara. Along the way, they meet up with Tamari. We get the odd. They meet up with Tamari. They go to the sand. Kakashi still gets attacked. I think Sasuke is the one who steps in here. And it's not Kakashi. It's not the White Fang. It looks like him, but it's not the White Fang. I was just kidding, and everyone just Which, by the way, made it on them. I think that was like my number 10 for dumbest Naruto Shippuden decisions. Which reminds me, I should actually check what the views on that is, because I did say I would do the Keke Toda video if by chance it got to a certain amount of views and a certain amount of likes within a certain amount of time. So I will keep. Oh no, was that no, not that one. It's the Rasengan video that I made that promise on. Anyway, we're close on the Rasengan video. Oh God, we're close on the Rasengan video. Anywho, so they go off. They try to intercept Datara, tries to rescue Gaara. Obviously, Itachi and Kasami get in the way. Kasami goes up to Team Guy. Itachi shows up in front of Team 7 with Chio. Sasuke is glaring at him, and Naruto is preparing, but he hasn't even gone for a sword yet. It's a stare off. I'm gonna have to take you with. I don't need the shouting Mangekyo. I can cast Genjutsu with simply this finger, Naruto. And then and Sasuke's like, yeah, and just puts his hand on it. It's like, yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, that's right, little brother. Your Sharingan can see past the Genjutsu I put on Naruto. Impressive. It's going to be we are going to make things a bit more difficult, aren't you? And so and Sasuke's coming in. He's still got rage in his heart, certainly, but it's more like a righteous anger now. He kind of knows how to channel a lot better and not have it be hubris. And so between him, Kakashi, and Naruto, they cut down what is now revealed to be the fake Itachi. Naruto and the gang get to where the Akatsuki are draining Sasuke's chakra, or Sasuke's Gaara's chakra, and Naruto's looking at the seal. It's like, yeah, we're gonna have to remove all 5 of these seals. But and Naruto's like, I don't know if there's enough time. All of a sudden, he makes a bunch of clones and activates chakra seals, and starts to immediately absorb the chakra that the seal is this barrier is producing. And it's a lot of chakra, but it's a lot of Naruto's with very effective seals. And so he just kind of yells, and then finally the seals just kind of break off on their own. And right here we have a very big difference. A, Sasuke's there, but B, Team Guy's still there too. And so they crack down the boulder. Naruto can see what's going on. Gaara barely has any life force left. And Naruto activates Benihime, just saying, and then just cracks basically Sasori. He answers Sasori, I'd imagine, and cracks him. And this disrupts the jutsu just enough that there's like 1% of Shikaku's chakra left, which means the majority of Shikaku is gone. So Shikaku is sealed away, but there's just like that majority left that can kind of reconstitute a certain amount in Gaara. But he's, and Sasori's not got this giant gash on him. It's like, or Gaara. And Deidara's like, well, it looks like the gang's all here. It's like, give Gaara back now. And he tries to throw some clones out there, but the Sasori's pop them out of existence with Senmon. And so Deidara tries to escape, only for the Naruto clones to kind of swarm him, use wind jutsu to kind of keep him at bay, and then basically just obliterate the bird he's riding. They catch Gaara. Chio goes immediately to Gaara to basically revive him, more or less. Although she realizes, wait, because there's a little bit of Shikaku left, he's dying, but he's not dead. In fact, we might be able to save him. Sakura and Chio get to work, where the rest of the team, Team 7 and Team Guy, are now squaring off against Sasori and Deidara. Now, Kakashi, being the most probably analytical, even among, even with discount Urahara there as in Naruto, there he's like, okay, according to Chio, he uses poison. We cannot get in close range combat. Guy, you and Neji go after. You, Neji, intend to, or basically, you guys go after Deidara, who's now trying to hightail it, and they're giving chase to him. Meanwhile, Team 7, while Sakura and Chio are trying to revive Gaara, is facing off against Sasori, who's like, you damaged my puppet. I'm going to. I like this puppet. And so he just throws off the cloak. He's throwing poison at him. Naruto immediately just brings up Benihime, just as the blood mist shield pops up, just uses shred, just starts wailing on the puppet, which just starts taking more and more damage. Out pops Sasori, which distracts Chio's like, my grandson. It's like, focus, Chio. We need to save Gaara. Right. And so they basically, it gets to the point where Gaara is stabilized. Sakura says, I can go to handle it from here. Go. Right. Meanwhile, Team 7 is struggling against the third Kazekage puppet. And so Naruto decides. So the question really becomes which opponents, which fights warrant Naruto using Kanenbarake Benihime Atarame, his Bankai. And I actually think that Sasori is one of those perfect examples of an opponent who actually is perfect for that. And so Naruto basically says, give me some room. You're going to want to have some room for this. It's like, what are you doing? Just keep, and so what do you think you're doing, Naruto? You know you can't win. I'm going to take the Nine Tails, and then I'll make a perfect puppet out of you. We'll see about that. And we'll just see about that. Bankai. And there, Kanenbarake Benihime, the doll, the form of Benihime, emerges. And everyone's like, what is this? He's like, I see. I'm not the only one puppets in this one. And Sasori's actually very impressed. Like, it's magnificent. And I'm not seeing any chakra strings. How are you moving it? Wouldn't you like to know? All of a sudden, this Kazekage just detaches and just kind of falls apart. She's like, what did you do? And he just kind of rushes into Sasori, who just is ready to attack. All of a sudden, he just finds his arm falling. Right, he has to make some distance. The Kazekage puppet does reassemble, but it's just haphazard and not functioning. The iron sand is no longer being able to pour out of its mouth. It's like, what did you do? All of a sudden, Sasori's also finding his arm isn't working properly. Something wrong. What is that? What are you doing? Benihime. And say, and all he tries to summon out. He gets some distance, summons out his army of 1,000 or 100 puppets, only for Naruto to be in the epicenter, and all of a sudden, just the puppet street just. It's like, what? What exactly what are you doing? How are you doing this? And once again, one of his legs just pops off. Wouldn't you? Well, as you figured out, my Bankai has a range. If you're out of that range, the effects are able to be temporarily reversed. Kind of. The effects still happen, but they stop working when the Bankai deactivates. That's the thing. Is a lot of people was like, oh, he could give himself the Rinnegan, or he could restructure his chakras. Like that's not quite how Benihime works. It's about Benihime Atarame. By the way, I heard someone was still giving the theory that it like manipulates Hado spells, and that's not the case because Benihime has defensive capabilities. It doesn't, and it doesn't manipulate Kido, although it does have Kido. Like literally has a variant of the Hado number 4, which is Pale Lightning. No, Haro shoots from his cane. There's no real evidence to suggest that any of the other techniques were former Kidos per se. I mean, yes, the melee attack is basically a standard kind of Kido attack, and there might be a Kido based Kido. They're based off of like Hisobe Benihime and Shibari Benihime, but unfortunately, there's no evidence. We don't know. Because of what the Bankai does, it's very obvious to me or clear to me that it restructures his spiritual energy into all these various Kido effects, is what it does. Anyway, so Naruto comes in, and basically Sasori's now just like, I can't move. What did he do to me? My chakra strings won't work. Nothing's happening. And Naruto finally walks up to him as everyone's walking up. As what Chio sees is like, Granny, what are you going to do, Granny? Kill me? I must put you out of your, do what I couldn't do, put you out of your misery. But tell me, what did you do to me? And Naruto's just looking at Benihime restructures my chakra into various effects. Canon Barake Benihime Atarame, in which he basically is just doing this, restructures anything within my range, that including me and including all the puppets and the strings attached. And it's like, and everyone hears that like, whoa. And Chio's the one who ultimately takes his life and ends him. And so, and Naruto, after deactivating his Bankai and a lot of things kind of resetting itself a little bit, everyone points out, say, why is it resetting? The effect only lasts as long as my Bankai stays activated. But that's not important. Where's Gaara? Is he okay? It's like, I am okay, Naruto. It's like, Gaara! So, man, you had me worried there. It's like, forgive me. I did not mean to worry you. And so, the day is saved. Gaara has been saved. He's got to leave in a little micro portion of Shikaku left, which helps amp him up a little bit more than before. And Chio even gets to live in this version. So that is the end of part 9. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks for the next one. Have a good one.